Marvel is back. Doomsday is here. Templar and I didn't recognize it. Watch us react live to the trailer this week on the Roundtable. Well, we're back at the Roundtable. I would assume that the thermometer is not as high as it was last time when we did like 3 episodes and you were just baking next to your PC. Has it cooled off a little bit, at least in the frostbitten north?
It has been pretty cool the last few days, actually. I think it's the high of 22 today, so that's like 70s.
Oh, that's delightful.
So yeah, it's nice. Rainy today, but that's all right. I don't mind. So yeah, it's good.
The internet loves it when podcasts start out talking about the weather. So I assume we're just going to keep that going. Templar, we're not here to talk about meteorological phenomenons. We are here to talk about another phenomenon, and that's the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. It started back in like the 60s and 70s with this weird guy named Stan, and he wrote a bunch of comics. And then, there's some movies, and then these guys called the X-Men, and then Iron Man came out, and Iron Man was this big thing. They did a bunch of good movies and then some really crappy movies. And then they decided that they weren't making enough money, and Disney turned the money faucet to the right a little bit. And a new movie called Avengers Doomsday is on the horizon. We've talked briefly on this show, and you can go back and catch it. I'll try to find the episodes and put it in the doodly-doos below or in the cards up above over there. About the difference between the MCU and the DCU, Marvel Cinematic Universe, and the DC Universe. Before we started recording, you had literally mentioned that you were trying to feel excited about the MCU. Why is that? What is the cause of the trying to, and how did you get to this place?
Well, before we recorded, we also had a bit of a lengthy discussion about some general state of the world things.
That's true.
And I'm just trying to be a little more positive in general, because there's a fair bit of negativity. And at one point I cared about the MCU. I genuinely did. I've generally been kind of down on it in a lot of our recordings, but I used to really like the MCU and was really into it. I watched the original Iron Man like 4 times in theaters. The whole phase 1, 2, 3, I think I saw everything or just about everything up through Endgame. I remember posting on Facebook, of all things, like when the trailer for Age of Ultron dropped, because I was excited to go see it because I had liked the first one so much. So despite my general apathy toward the current state of the MCU, I used to really, really enjoy the MCU, and I would like to enjoy it again. I would rather watch something and enjoy it than watch something and not. And why do I want to care? I don't know. I'd like to believe that maybe it can be good again, and like there can be some entertainment value there. That bringing the X-Men in, we reacted to some of the teaser trailers a while ago. They did a few different teaser trailers of some of the different groups, like Fantastic Four, X-Men. And having Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen, Sir Patrick Stewart and Sir Ian McKellen.
Yes, call them by their full name, please.
Forgive me. And it is cool. Like, I mean, who knows how many more times, I'm not speaking anything to existence. I hope those guys live a long time, but, they're certainly both getting up there. So who knows how many more times, if any, they'll have to play these characters that they've played so well. So for... since 2000 was when the first X-Men came out? Is that right? 2001, maybe?
2001, yeah.
So that's cool. I didn't watch Fantastic Four. I wasn't that interested, but I know some people liked that and were into what it was doing. And so they're here. Better version than Faint Four Stick anyway. And, so I'd like to believe that this movie can at least be entertaining. And despite the fact that I haven't been plugged in for a while, maybe I can have enjoyment from it, because I just would like to watch something and just kind of enjoy it and not have to think too deeply about it, and not be really particularly negative about it. So I'm not going to like it just because, but I hope there's something here. I hope they've got a little magic that they can break out for it.
I agree. I'm going through the phases, and I didn't realize that phase 4 was like the one that just kind of threw a bunch of spaghetti at the wall. I think I knew that, but I didn't really place it into the phase sort of sphere. Because a lot of this feels like overlap into phase 5. And I don't know why.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, phase 4, I didn't watch much of. Of that, I think only Spider-Man No Way Home I saw Shang-Chi and it was okay. I did Doctor Strange too. Okay, so I thought I saw more of these than I realized. Moon Knight, shout out for the Roundtable season 1 where we talked about Moon Knight with Nav and Mark.
Yeah.
Which was a decent show. So yeah, but I didn't watch a lot of the television certainly in phase 4, and then phase 5 I don't know if I watched almost anything. So yeah, I've been fairly checked out. I saw Guardians 3 and that was okay.
Didn't you see Deadpool and Wolverine?
So nope. Deadpool.
Okay. Notable from this is Daredevil Born Again season 1. I cannot recommend that show highly enough, honestly. Daredevil Born Again. Carter and I finally finished season 2, which is, I assume, here in season 6, phase 6. Yeah, cannot recommend that show highly enough. It gets a little weird towards the end of season 2, but it's very good. I do know that the world is very, very excited about Brand New Day. I think there's a generational gap that's excited about that, and here's what we're gonna do today. By the way, we're gonna wax a little bit lyrical about the wax and wane. See what I'm doing there. We're gonna shout out to Brando Sando. We're gonna talk a little bit about the MCU, but we're also gonna react to the Avengers Doomsday trailer. That'll be coming up in just a second. But something that I've been thinking about a lot is the younger generation, people that are younger than you and I, are actually very excited about Spider-Man Brand New Day. I like Spider-Man. I think outside of Batman, he's my favorite superhero. But I don't know that I'm that excited about it. And maybe that's because there's the general apathy layer of the Marvel Cinematic Universe over it. Maybe it's just because, like, I don't mind Tom Holland, but I don't really like him as Spider-Man. Like, he's not my Spider-Man, you know. Toby is my Spider-Man. So I don't know. But the younger generation, my kids, 22 and younger, 22, 19-year-old daughter, well, she just turned 20, and then 16-year-old son, they're like stoked, like buying tickets, like in line for tickets type of stuff to go see this thing on opening night. I don't know. Are you finding that, or is that kind of, are you excited for it? Am I my read completely off?
Spider-Man just seems to have his own fan base. There just seems to be, even within the MCU or outside of it, Spider-Man just seems to kind of be his own entity, his own kind of deal that people really enjoy. So even if the MCU broadly is not doing great, I think Spider-Man is mostly immune to that just because people like that character so much. I think he's probably the most popular Marvel character, even with the success of the MCU. I think he might be. It's hard to say, but he's certainly still in that conversation. And at one point, I think he was very clearly the number one, which is why he got sold off, because that's one of the characters that people were interested in and wanted. That's why Sony wanted that character, right?
Yeah.
And generally, like, I haven't loved necessarily the 3 Spider-Man movies, but I think they've all been at least solid. So also, I think the track record with them is pretty good. I liked the first one with Michael Keaton. I thought that was great. The second one I thought was a little weak. And then the third one,
No Way Home, was good.
Is pretty fan servicey, but overall I thought was well executed, and seeing the villains come in and doing the multiple dimension thing actually worked pretty well, and was a good movie. So generally they've just been good. So the track record is there. I don't mind Holland. I think he's solid. And Spider-Man just as a character, I think, has more interest than some of the others anyway. So I think there's a few things working in its favor. And yeah, I think Spider-Man has always also appealed to a bit of a younger audience because of his idea that he's like a younger character. Maybe he's a little more relatable for people, that he's kind of just a guy trying to get by. He's not a billionaire who's, got all this technology and multiple houses and all this stuff and whatever. Spider-Man's pretty relatable, I think, to a lot of people. And so, yeah, I think he's largely separate. So I'm not that surprised that it's that popular and people are really looking forward to it. I think that's cool. I don't know. Like I'll probably watch it. I don't know if I'll go theaters for it, but I'll probably check it out because the other three have been good and I've generally enjoyed them. So yeah, I'll check it out. I'm not like stoked because Spider-Man has never really been my favorite hero. I'm not that connected to that character, but overall I'm interested and I'll check it out.
Okay. Well, let's watch the trailer. We've talked enough about this. This is the one that was posted just yesterday on Marvel's thing. There's already almost 40 million views because, of course. So here we go.
Something's coming. Something we may not be able to deter. Before this day is done, we shall be faced with an unthinkable decision.
I've fought with many warriors in my time. They were far stronger than all of us put together, and they died. They died facing enemies and threats that scared me far less than this one. Everything that they sacrifice will be for nothing if we do not stand together. Put aside your petty squabbles. And presume nothing except this.
Oh.
If you return, you will return as brothers and sisters. Mark my words. We're going to need a miracle.
Hey, pal.
It's not possible.
All right. Well, your thoughts?
It's a hype trailer. I want to see a little bit more of this story. Like, I assume there'll be a more Doom-focused trailer that we'll get. I'm kind of interested in that. This looks cool, though. I'm like, there really isn't. It's just scattered scenes to get you hyped up, which is fine. I mean, it's trying to build excitement. There's still a decent amount of time to go before December, right? So. Yeah. I get that they're probably going to slow play this a little bit, but it looks cool. I mean, seeing Gambit there. Did you ever watch Fantastic Four? I don't remember. Did we talk about it?
I did not. Did you?
No, because I don't know how it crosses over. Because aren't they like an alternate 60s timeline or something? So I don't know how that works. But
I was under that impression. I think that's also maybe why we're watching them walk out of a portal here. That would be my assumption. Or a spaceship or
okay. If that's
something.
What that is, then fair enough. And people, I'm sure we'll see, will be yelling at us, so fair enough. But
yeah,
I'm interested. Again, like Stewart and McKellen, that's cool. The X-Men, I would like to see because I've always enjoyed them. The like Chris Evans coming back, that's fine. But again, I think those sorts of decisions undermine what he did in Endgame. Then. Like, I think when you just bring characters back, you kind of make whatever sacrifice they had when they died sort of meaningless. Mm-hmm. I understand people want it. I understand that Marvel is probably a little desperate. And I know I said I'd be positive. And overall, I think it looks cool. I like some of the scenes. Gambit fighting Shang-Chi is fun. Like, everyone coming together is cool. Like, I would like it to be good, and I hope that they nail it, and I hope that they can integrate the X-Men and Fantastic Four in a way that works. I would like to see more of Doom, though, because like they're making Doom seem like a larger threat than like Thanos was. And I don't know enough about Doctor Doom from the comics to know why he would be or how that works.
Yeah.
Because like Thanos had the Infinity Gauntlet where you can wipe out half the universe or all of it, I guess, if you wanted to. How is Doom a greater threat than that? Like, I don't know how that works. Like, I'm ignorant when it comes to Marvel comic stuff. So I don't know how Doom is a bigger threat. I know they need to say he is because that's what they need for the movie, but I'm not sure how that works. But I'm looking forward to maybe what a more Doom focused trailer to see more of what the story will be, because I'm kind of interested in that more than this stuff, which is cool but doesn't tell me a whole lot. How about you? What are you thinking?
Yeah, my one exclamation of was when Ben Kingsley came out, Trevor Slattery from Wonder Man.
Okay.
And which is interesting because he's not Wonder Man. Like, he doesn't have the Wonder Man powers that we know of. He is the Mandarin. And the Mandarin is the terrorist and all this other stuff. So I don't know what he's doing in here, but that's kind of cool to me. I'm not gonna lie. The little fan servicey part of me when Cap calls back Mjolnir is pretty cool. I mean, come on, it's kind of cool. I agree with you. Like, it makes his whole decision to give himself up and give up his immortality or his agelessness or whatever, to give up the suit and to give up the shield. Like, it makes it all for nothing. Totally understand it. Also, it's kind of cool. But I'm also kind of I don't like fan service a lot, and so I know people were probably freaking out about this when they first saw it. I'm sure I could go onto YouTube and just type in trailer reaction, and it's just going to be a lot of faces on thumbnails. Yes. So it's cool. There was a lot of Wakanda focus here.
Yeah.
And I know Shuri ended up becoming Black Panther, which is cool. Like, unfortunately, we all know. Sure. And so you kind of have to go on, but I don't have a problem.
She was maybe my favorite part of the first Black Panther. She was maybe my favorite. I think she was probably my favorite character out of the first Black Panther movie. So, I mean, that's cool that she did. I mean, obviously, it's sad that, why am I blanking on his name? Who played Black Panther?
I can't think of his name either. Chadwick Boseman.
Chadwick. Yeah, it's very sad that he passed away so young. So,
yeah.
Shuri was I think my favorite character coming out of the first Black Panther movie. So it is cool to have her, although obviously it would be great to have Chadwick around still. I forgot Namor is even a thing. I forgot he's around. I guess he was in the second Black Panther movie, right?
Maybe. Here's me remembering. Saw it. Here's me remembering that I saw it though. Like, it was an in one ear out the other, sort of like we're wrapping Christmas presents situation or something like that. Like, it was just background noise. I do think it's cool that that Gambit is here. I know it's been hinted at and kind of like thing. I've always liked Gambit as a character though. Like, he was always the one in the X-Men arcade games and the X-Men games I was always going for. I just like his wisecrackingness. I like his like sort of I don't know, and the fact that it's Magic Mike makes it even better, because I really think that Channing Tatum is a fun actor. The last little thing I'm going to say about this though is I know there's only one other Avengers movie, Secret Wars, in this era, and so I'm not advocating for trilogies, because like trilogies are come and go. They're a dime a dozen. And a lot of times one of the three movies suffers. And so I'm all good with like condensing all this into two movies. But I agree with you. Like, when they get to the sort of the Doom thing here, like, are we just, is this movie going to be 4 hours long? Is this like, are we just ramping up the tension too quickly? Like, what, I don't know. And this will probably be answered. And I'm sure the movie's going to be a solid 7 out of 10. I hope
it's better than that. I think it's a part 1, part 2. I think Secret Wars is paying off this, right? I don't think, is Secret Wars different?
I don't know. I thought
so. Like, they're not wrapping up the Doomsday storyline here. Is Secret Wars something different? I thought Secret Wars was kind of going to be a continuation of this story, like Infinity War and Endgame.
That's what I thought too. Yeah. I that's what I'm saying.
Mistaken.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like it took 3 movies to really, almost like 5 movies to get into the Thanos story. And, they were sprinkling Thanos at the end of Guardians, and, Thanos was kind of everywhere in like the second and third era. So I get that, or third and fourth era, excuse me. Second and third. But I don't know. Maybe it just feels a little too like we're leaning really heavy on the drama here, and that's fine. Like I think you got to for this trailer. I don't know. It looks fine. Like I'm not going to naysay it. I'm still way more interested in the Green Lantern TV series and Dune 3. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Green Lantern, that comes out soon. That comes out in August. So
yeah. I'm still way more interested in Lantern.
Well, it just looks different. This looks like more of what we've already seen, right? Like again, it's sort of like you're doing the same thing again. And I don't even really mean this as a criticism. It's just, you're just bringing in more people now. Like you're just bringing in more, like every time you kind of make it bigger. And now you're bringing in the Fantastic Four and the X-Men and all this stuff. And that's cool. And I hope it works out. But we've seen this. You're just adding different people now to it, where it's something like the Lanterns show. And I don't know if it'll be better than Doomsday, but like we haven't really seen that done before. Like we haven't really seen Clayface that's coming out in October. Like, but we had an episode where we talked DC versus Marvel in terms of some of their decision making, but obviously it's very different, and as a consequence of DC making a lot of poor decisions historically, that has led them to having to like reboot multiple times, whereas the MCU has been a juggernaut. And even if it's less popular now than it was, will this get it back on track? I don't know. I'm sure this movie individually will do well. I wonder if it will do enough to reignite like a new interest in the overall franchise. I don't know. But I'm sure this movie individually will be good, or will do well at least, and hopefully is solid. But so like, I don't know how much this moves the needle for me. It looks cool. And maybe I'm a little more interested in it after the trailer. I want the story trailer though. I want a story trailer with RDJ, and I want to see some of the Doom stuff. Because again, I'm mostly ignorant about Doctor Doom as a character. I don't really know. So, I know at least in the comics, he's like the prince of like a duke, or he's like the ruler of another nation, like a made up European nation,
Transylvanian,
esque. But I don't think they're doing that here. So I don't know exactly. But I want to see the story trailer. So that's what I'm excited for. But beyond that, yeah, it looks cool. I like the Gambit's in it. The X-Men interest me. I'm sure I'll probably check it out, even though I haven't watched the last couple things. But yeah, that's about it.
Yeah. Well, you heard it from here, or heard it from us, folks. We're interested. That's where we land on this trailer. We're interested. And I'm sure we're going to get a drip feed every month. We're going to get another trailer up until December. We'll get another something and something. I'm sure we'll get a teaser.
Build the hype.
Yeah,
gotta build the hype.
They know exactly what they're doing here. Cool. Yeah. So highly recommend. If you haven't subbed to this channel, by the way, sub to this channel so you can see all of our content. We've been all over the place in the month of July. We went from peptides to books to Doomsday. Next week we're going to be talking about. Well, we've got the end of our action movie bracket to talk about, and then I think next week we're talking about the end of our July book club. The wonderful and lovely and talented Piranesi, which I've already forgotten that I read. That's how quickly it went in and out of my memory.
Remember that book that we finished a couple weeks ago?
Yes, I would much. It's almost like we are obliged to talk about it because we did say we told the world we were going to. But Templar, before I finish up here, anything to add before I hit the old finish button?
No, we appreciate people checking the show out. Thanks as always. So yeah, look forward to some different content coming out from us once the NFL, once that kicks off with training camp. We might do a little bit of that. So, we always got lots of stuff coming up, and our book club for next month, which is All the King's Men, which we'll be talking about more next week, I'm sure. So
heck yeah,
lots of stuff going on. We appreciate you checking out our content, and we'll see you on the next one.
We don't know who is on Hard Knocks yet. Oh, the Seattle Seahawks are Hard Knocks for this year in August.
Super Bowl winners.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
Heck yeah, that'll be a lot of fun. So we might be breaking down Hard Knocks a little bit. But we love you. We thank you so much for joining in on the Roundtable. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.